everyone, and welcome to the stream. I have done all the things, and I think we can just start. And today, we are going to do Pandeamonium. We have unlocked that 2 streams ago, except that stream doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately. Got to make a highlight of it. But in essence, there was this guy in Elpis. And there were people that were going into this place, Pandaemonium, and haven't come back yet, and they are kind of worried about that. It also has something to do with La Brea, and exactly anymore. But anyway, as always, I am Fae'ret, this is Lorelei, and we shall begin. I have no idea how fast this will go, if anyone is even playing these raids anymore. As always, we are doing this blind. I suppose we'll just see. Well, 6 minutes isn't too bad. And in the meantime, even though I went all the way here, we may do some of these things. As long as they don't have duty stuff and things. So let's see if we can. Maybe do a bit of this. Unlock. What is this? I believe this is Sildi. Right? Let's spend 750 gil to get back to a place. Why not? Kokushu. Hello. Mr. Stark, I presume? I'm Kokushu. But let us be clear from the outset, I'm not your true client. The person that you visit to engage your services is the Sultana, Animal Namo herself. Gasp. Firstly, however, may allow me to explain the request itself. Then you can decide whether or not you wish to proceed. I trust you recall the tunnels beneath the city of Ul'dah? I speak, of course, of the Sildin subterrane. Sildin? So it's probably Sildin. Passages and waterways through which you made your escape on the date of that ill-fated victory banquet. It seems that one of the tunnel sections collapsed during the commotion, and the crew comprised of primarily of mortal flames has since been put to work on repairs. In the process of restoring the masonry, however, they've come across an unexpected gate. It was described as antique in design, inscrutable in purpose, sealed shut by some mystical force. The report appeared of great interest to the Sultana, and she has expressed a desire to investigate this strange portal firsthand. Furthermore, she feels that Master Terupin and the like are overprotective, to prevent her from exploring to her heart's content. But are we then to send Her Royal Majesty into potential peril without a trusted escort? You see my dilemma. As proven champion of Eorzea, veteran of countless heroic endeavors, it is to you whom we would entrust Sultana's safety, such which you would have it no other way. Grace's wish is my command. For certain, like the Sultana. Thank you, Mr. Stracht. It will mean a great deal to Her Grace. Please wait here, and I shall inform the Sultana of your decision. Lorelei, thank you for coming. I greatly appreciate you indulging this selfish request of mine. I should hope for the sake of your adventurous spirit, however, that the mystery at hand proves more intriguing than odious. Kokushu spoke broadly of what to expect, yes? Then allow me to add a few details to the story. I hope this doesn't take too long. According to the report, the gate bears an intricate, flowery design. Flames were unable to ascertain its origin or significance, and I have seen such a motif before. The very same design adorns a key in my possession, the last gift I was ever to receive from my dear departed parents. I recall the ceremony with which it was presented, their promises to take me to the place the key unlocked once I had come of age. They spoke excitedly of the choices I might make, the things I would behold on my chosen path, but they were called away to Thal's halls long before the day would arrive. With mother and father gone, I despaired of ever learning the key's purpose. Now this portal is found. Surely you understand why I cannot leave it unopened. I am enthusiastic. There could be anything behind that gate. Yeah. You see, I knew I could count on your enthusiasm. How reassuring it will be to have a veteran adventurer at my side. Not that I distrust Papashan or Pippin, of course, but if I told them, they would only seek to dissuade me from my course. As for Kokushu, she was the first I brought into my confidence. She is, after all, my lady-in-waiting, and serves as my double when I am away. I hadn't wished to involve anyone else, but she flatly refused to cooperate unless I enlisted a reliable escort. Thus here we stand. Though I regret the need to have you complicit in my subterfuge, the idea of exploring with you has me giddy with anticipation. You could make your way directly to the excavation site in central Thanalan. The Commander has been instructed to permit you entrance. Considering the tunnels reach all the way to the palace, security protocols dictate that we receive reports anytime someone enters the ruins. I will take that as my signal to join you. Via the secret passages, of course. Now, let us make our preparations. We should, as you say, be ready for anything. I see you eventually. Oh, that's unfortunate. I assume that if we speak to this guy, it will just unlock the thing. Oh. We'll unlock the duty, so we might as well. The ruins we go. Person? Hello. Mr. Dracht, Lady Kokushu says you are to have unrestricted access to the ruins for some manner of confidential assignment. I wonder, does this have anything to do with what they found in the collapsed section, or... actually, never mind that. I'm not meant to ask any questions. Trouble's been mostly cleared away, but please, do watch your footing down there. Wouldn't want you tripping over loose rock in the glue. V and C. I mean, V is for variant, but what is the other one? Variant dungeons. A matter of choice, variant dungeons are a unique type of duty featuring branching paths. By exploring these choices alongside the quest character, you will gradually reveal new elements of the overarching story. Unlocking certain branches may require some detective work. Whenever you complete a path, a new story entry will be added to the journal associated with the dungeon, so keep it added until you discover all the folks in the road. Nice. Okay, we can do this with the party all alone. It's fine. You'll not forget I very dungeon play. Variant actions. Okay. Looking to my Bamford. Okay, that makes sense. We pretty much have healing and some mitigation. Oh, that's handy. You can change the 2 actions depending on what job you have. Nice. You can enter a variant dungeon via the VNC dungeon finder window. Dungeon add-ons or choosing the menu. Similar resource. All your variant dungeon needs whether you wish to be. Okay. And so it is a separate duty thing? Oh, it is a separate duty thing. Neat. Okay, that's some aggro. That's a cure. That's useless. Okay, that's for healers and tanks. Wait. It reduces damage by 20% for 60 seconds and it has a recost of 15? Dang. And the additional effect also lasts about half the time of the ability. It's really cool. This would probably be... Can I have 2 cures? Oh, I cannot. I mean, that would be very dumb to do, but it would be kind of funny. 15 seconds. Your potency of 14,000. Your potency is double to target is on effective rehabilitation. What is rehabilitation? How will I get rehabilitation? I have no idea. Okay, well, that's this quest as done as we can get it, I guess. Oh, dang. Anyway. What else do we have? This is done as far as we can get it done. This can't be done until we have more currency. I can buy one of the metal things now. But I need 1500 to buy the 3 to actually make the weapon, I believe. But that'll be a while yet. That's what we're doing now. So, old stuff. What's this? Oh, that's a glider. Right? Entirely different thing. Well, that's what you get for doing content. Maybe I can do it as a... No, I don't have healer gear. Also, I don't want to subject people to my bad healing in high-end hate content. So I guess we'll just see if we can do some of this. Or we have to do fights or something. So, where am I closest? The Negan quarter is in Anya. I presume I'm closest to here. Actually, I should actually look what the melee job is. Can I probably see this? Not really. What is a melee DPS job? I should be clear about this. Well, I suppose I'll go to Limsa and just see. Nice castle. Ah, a man in Radzatan told us to expect you. I'll inform the Admiral of your arrival. Thank you. Glad you could join us, Lorelei. I only wish it were under better circumstances. Grave news from the bounty has not escaped our ears. I can scarce begin to imagine the horrors you have witnessed there. Though you and the Scions have averted final days, blasphemies continue to appear in certain regions, Hilbrand among them. Tell her what we know. The first report came a few days ago from one of our men patrolling Skull Valley. He spoke of a fearsome creature unlike any native to our shores. We had our suspicions. It was only later that the connection to the final days was confirmed by a most unlikely source. It was Hagen. We've been treating their tempered for some time now, and many have made a full recovery. That's good. Owing to this, some factions are eager to improve diplomatic relations with Limsa. It is one such faction that has provided the most comprehensive reports in all their alarming detail. They speak of a most dreadful sight, their spawn brothers transforming into horrific beasts before their very eyes. Indeed, it is far too similar to the incidents in Radzatan to be mere coincidence. If our assumptions are correct, the first and formidable of the beasts, blasphemy as it was decided we could call them, prowls our waters as we speak. We may have been spared the final days. So long as this abomination remains to harry us, we cannot truly say the storm has passed. Fortunately, there has been no sightings of the blasphemy within the city. Nevertheless, if we are to spare our people the horror that befell Radzatan, the fiend must be dealt with, and quickly. Despite our investigative efforts, we remain very much in the dark as to the precise nature of the threat we face. Were we to recklessly dispatch a large number of troops, we run the risk of having our own men corrupted. You can well imagine the carnage that would ensue. As such, Admiral Bluefin has decided to keep those involved to a minimum, leave the investigation herself. And I would have you at my side. What say you? Elzier, you have my thanks. We'll depart at once to meet with our Sahagan allies and gather what knowledge we can, that we might devise a proper plan of attack. They are due to arrive at South Tide Gate soon. I'll go on ahead and wait for you there. I guess we go to South Tide Gate. That's in like this place. Do this quest at some point, by the way. Finally, that gives me a cat and dog menu. Festival. Staircase is kind of interesting. Just keeps getting longer, the wait time. And if that's going to be the case for every Pandeamonium raid, it's going to suck very much. It's well past our agreed upon meeting time, but the Hagen are nowhere to be seen. They do not seem the source to break their word. This bodes ill. Let us leave this place to the guards and search Hearthstone for any sign of them. Hello. I did not want to join a fate. I guess this is one of the abominations. Shh. What is this thing? Oh, it's in danger. Quickly, to his aid. Oh. The heck is Null? Where am I going? Go. Either this is the melee DPS quest of... Oh. Yay. We'll continue this later. Here we go. Asphodelos, the first circle. Someone else doing this for the first time. This appears to be one of the waters we seek. I'm afraid he is in no state to answer questions. Perhaps you can something. Order of the Condemned, Erectonius. This is not unnecessary. remaining behind the guy. Probably need to turn the volume down for the next one bit. What is going on over here? Do we need to... Maybe I needed to... Ah. Well. Maybe I should also rechat. Someone is not enough. Also need to be on. Please. Okay. Please. Go out of the freaking way. Damn it. My bad. People standing on the dead now? GG. One is gone. For the loot, I guess. This is very useful at all anymore. But we did it! First circle, done. That was a thrilling display. And if I may be so vaunting, the warriors I spawned from your ether fought even more splendidly than I had anticipated. I suppose they were cut from excellent cloth after all. You should wait until this man regains his senses. He wears the robes of a warder, and I would be very curious to know what drove him to attack us sight unseen. Lorelei, he stirs. What came over me? It's coming back to me. My mind was filled with a storm of desperation, anger. I leapt at you, though I knew naught of your intentions. Pray accept my apologies, and my thanks. If you not knocked some sense back into me, I may have fallen upon someone less capable of defending themselves. I am Ericthonios, warder of Asphodelos, Pandaemonium's highest layer, in the place we are in now. One must wonder why you were so desperate to keep us out. What is happening in Pandeamonium? Creations interred within Asphodelos have been set free. Stalk its halls to no end but Fae'ret. That is not good, to say the least. Has this ever happened before? No, never. Each level of Pandaemonium is under the charge of a key ward, who keeps strict control over the most minute aspects of their domain. They're selected with great care, and their loyalty to Master Laabrea is absolute. But something has gone terribly wrong. Try as we might to hold the line, the chaos within is overwhelming. I hardly realized that I had become separated from my colleagues. I remember a chorus of whispers assailing my senses. Assaulting would be fine. And afterward, only flashes of rage and fury. Then blackness, from which I awoke to find that whatever had overcome me was gone. I see, your senses may have been muddled by magics that affect the mind. Perhaps the selfsame ones that saw you separated from the other warders. Whatever had taken hold of me, thank you for releasing me from its clutches. That you've come here from the surface must mean some word of our plight has reached the outside world. If you know anything that may help, pray tell. Horror among horrors. So Pandeamonium's protections are indeed being dismantled from within. By the same individuals that release its captives and set them upon you, no doubt. Such knowledge fails us little, however, if we cannot ascertain their identity. Ms. was it? You said you worked for an organization under the auspices of the Convocation. Were they to receive word of what has transpired here? What measures would they take? Doubtless they would consider this place to be a lost cause. Pandaemonium's ties to the outside world would be severed, or perhaps it would be wiped from existence entirely. As I thought, were the creatures to escape into the outside world, there would be untold carnage. The words of Laabrea would never risk that, despite what value the research subjects may hold. All the more reason to work with haste. If you can't expect further help, then it falls upon me to save the others. I'll not leave them behind. You would go alone? I won't leave the other warders to face certain doom. I know they fight for survival even now. They wouldn't abandon their duty. They would see the creatures return to their cells at all cost. So you must do the same. Themis, I know the request I'm about to make of you is a monumental one, but please, say not a word of this to the Convocation until I've been given a chance to set things right. Forgive my rudeness, Ericthonius, but my decision cannot be swayed by emotion. It would only be consigning yourself to an early death. Strength of resolve alone cannot win in the face of overwhelming odds. however. That being said, our investigation has only just begun, and it would be remiss to turn back ere we've made an exhaustive survey. So for the time being, there's a slightly more than resolve to rely upon. Hey, would be all too eager to join us. Each moment since you fell from the skies has been more interesting than the last. More and more you remind me of my dear friend, which goes some way toward encouraging me that this matter will yet reach a satisfactory conclusion. So, you agree to help? For the moment, our goals align. Protective magics of Pandaemonium yet hold, so for the moment, time is in our favor. Let's proceed upon the course you and Lorelei have set us upon. Ah, there we go. Themis and Lorelei, yes? Thank you. The waters owe you a great debt already. Yeah, they do. We shall be glad to have someone familiar with Pandaemonium's halls by our side. A party of three is ever so much entertaining than a pair of two. Now, let us turn our attention to rescuing your colleagues. Perhaps it would be wise to approach the gates, in case any have followed you out. What do we want? I don't know. Critical hit, maybe? Seems our investigation will be quite the ordeal after all. Still, I find it hard to believe that La Brea knows naught of what transpired here. However the masterminds of disguises is, they do not lack for power and cunning. Under the surface, Ericthonius is peering into the depths of Pandaemonium. Not a sound can be heard from within, which means neither creature nor water has made it this far. We should begin forming a plan to save them at once. Forgive me if I misunderstand. Do you mean to rescue the waters and creations both? Naturally, although they may be dangerous, they're valuable research subjects. Wouldn't see our labor, our untold 50 hours of study, go to waste. Dare say La Brea would smile to hear you say such a thing. It is, we had cause to report this incident to him. Smile? I'm not sure his face is capable of such warmth. Ah, so you've met him before. I was under the impression he rarely visits Pandaemonium. I have, yes. My mentor was the previous head of this facility. That is to say, La Brea's predecessor, the position of Chief Keyward. Her name was Athena, and she was a researcher with the words. It was she who appointed me to this position, in fact. I see. I did not know there was a Chief Keyword before La Brea. Motivation to save your research subjects is not entirely driven by duty to the words then. You wish also to preserve the work of your mentor. You have the right of it. I'm lacking in ideas of how to go about that, however. Mere water cannot wield internal magics. Of course, I can hardly expect you to be first in the magics we use here. You recall, during a battle earlier, I bound you in ethereal shackles. Experiment is a more refined and powerful magic based upon the same principles. While both are used to keep a subject docile, the keyword of each tier is permitted to use interment. Even if I were allowed, I'd lack the aptitude to use a spell to any notable effect. Fascinating. I have some knowledge of these forms of spellcraft actually. Bray himself established their foundation, if I recall. While shackles are meant to bind an object in place for a short time, Interment freezes the very space around it for as long as the caster wills. Indeed. While the illusory beings you summoned in our fight suggested as much, I see your knowledge of magic is vast. Perhaps you've already mastered the art of interment, and I've been lecturing you like a child all this time. I'm afraid my knowledge ends there. I have not a precise understanding of how the invocations interact with natural laws that would be needed to cast said spell with any consistency. While I consider myself well versed in various magics, I would be ill-advised to assume the duties of keyword without instruction. That being said, if I were to learn more of interment and its inner workings, perhaps. Well, just leave the fighting to me and you two can figure out the rest. And as if we can do just that. Rectonius, you implied that what prevented you from performing interment was lack of magical capacity. What if I supplemented your power with my own? Would the spell succeed then? I can't say for certain. Never heard of such a thing being done. I believe it may be your best recourse. That is, of course, assuming you can perform the initial rites and incantations flawlessly. Even the smallest misstep and we would have to start over. Needn't worry about that. I've seen the spell cast so many times that emotions have been burned into my mind. I won't disappoint. Very well, let's work out the specifics afterward. Once we do, we can test out our methods on one of the escaped creatures. Though I suppose there is a matter of finding. It would be foolish to rush in blindly, as we find ourselves surrounded with naught but an untested stratagem at our disposal. Nay, I would prefer to engage in a single creature that Lorelei could dispatch on her own if the spell were to go awry. I agree. I may have an idea in that regard. I recall seeing the hippocampus wandering the waterways during my flight. Perhaps it's still there. Few of the subjects housed within Asphodelos are fond of water. I believe we'll be able to engage the beast without fear of unwanted guests. And that shall be our first target, or perhaps subject is a better term. Before we commence with the interment magics, the creature should be weakened to a sufficient degree. I believe I can trust you with that task. Yeah, I can weaken things. As dependable as ever. Once you have given it a thorough trouncing, you shall bind this hippocampus with the keyword's magic. Till then, my illusion self shall fight by your side. The hippocampus will be alone, but it's a daunting opponent nonetheless. Its magic warps the environment around it, and it will be at home amidst the waterways. Steel yourselves for a fight. That's Asphodelos the second circle, I assume? Nobody just accepted the quest. Right, there's Asphodelos the second circle. Yay! Take it we are each ready to fulfill our respective roles. Truth be told, this will be the first time I've practiced magic that requires such a degree of cooperation between parties. How thrilling! Athena Everdrove home the fact that our subjects should be treated with the utmost care. It would be best if you could see them confined once again, rather than disposed of like beasts gone feral. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, I can do first circle from here now? That's nice. But we want to do second circle. So clear selection, second circle, join. 10 minutes. Which is probably more than 10 minutes. Because it usually goes this way. Okay, so we are going to once again rescue Null of the Calming Seas. We have something to do. Flying. Good. Thing is still dead. We just have to do aid. Many thanks, Alice's voice. Shore Walker. Pray tell, is my companion safe? Kind of a recipe for it. The Emerald herself comes to our aid. Glad tidings indeed. You too have my boundless gratitude for saving my life. Let us quit this place before those beasts return. Yes. Go back to here. Had the Admiral not come to our rescue when she did, I shudder to think what would have happened. Relieved I am to see both of you safe. Everyone's still alive. Good. Not if we stay out here too long. Inside, quickly. Thank you, my friends. Those ghastly beasts would have made short work of us had you not intervened. Yet, it brought me no joy to watch them die. For, unbelievable as it may sound, until a short time ago, they were none other than our very own spawn brothers. At first, we thought them merely cursed, but our talismans and magic availed us not. Aye, it was no curse. It was an evil like no other, innocent souls transformed against their will into unholy beasts called blasphemies. Blasphemies? Pray, tell us more. Your voices are too similar because you kind of both have a raspy-ish voice. Ah. That would be your area of expertise, Lorelei. So yeah, we were on Thavnia, and there were these people and emotions and stuff, and then they changed into these monsters, and... Shh. Turn into beasts by the power of despair. This is horrifying indeed. Thus far, the Phenomenon the Elenosha has been limited to the Sahagan. Why is that? I cannot say, but I wonder if the crushing tide unfolded in some way. I know naught of this crushing tide. Word of them has yet to reach you, I see. It all began when the Indigo Matriarch, the queen of our kind, was stricken with the cave malady. Tragic as this was, there was one small solace. She was not fond of shore walkers, and so deprived of her leadership, more of my kind came to see the wisdom of making peace with Limsel and Minsa. There remain, of course, those who would oppose our cause. They formed a group they call the Crushing Tide. Even now they seek to summon the Lord of the Wall anew, and consign all finless ones to the briny deep. However, they lack the crystals necessary to do so. Denied the power they crave, they can do naught but gnash their teeth in desperation. And you suspect these feelings of helplessness are the cause of their transformations? Just so. Those of us spawn brothers returned to these beasts had been fraternizing with the crushing tide. Despite our differences, we cannot abandon our kin to such a cruel fate. Yet we must be careful not to drive them into deeper despair. Yes, we must consider the situation carefully, lest we bring destruction upon all our kind. Tell me this, Are the crushing tide even now under Leviathan's thrall? If freed from their drowned state, might they not listen to reason? Were it only so simple. All but a few are long since cured. They walk this path of their own free will. In that case, they may yet be dissuaded from their present course. For the sake of our nascent alliance, we will do all we can to save your brethren. Fortunately, the most capable ally stands with us. But this woman has bested many a formidable foe, including Leviathan. The great Lord Eidracht in the flesh. Honored am I to stand in your presence. Together we will weather the storm, and usher in a new age of harmony. This I swear. There's much to be done, but now let us return to our homes and prepare as best we can for the trials ahead. Should we discover aught of value, we'll be sure to share it with you. I ask that you do the same. Indeed we shall. Until such time, I watch over my spawn brothers and pray that no more succumb to the change. That would be nice. Am I going for this? Milsom command. Castle. This way. The Admiral told me everything. Thank the Navigator that you were there to dispatch those terrible beasts. Welcome back. Thanks to you and Nor. Now possess a proper understanding of the challenge we face. It is a daunting task that lies before us. We'll continue to cooperate with the Sahagin to learn all that we can. Once we have located the blasphemy, we'll have need of your strength. Until then, I ask that you remain at the ready. Clearly the storm clouds have only begun to gather. Yes. Secretariat has recent developments to share. Timing couldn't be better. The Admiral has just this moment returned from meeting with the Sahagin. I shall leave to inform her of your arrival. Well, that was a quick meeting. Lorelei, glad you're here. We have decided on our next course of action. As you know, we face two distinct but interconnected challenges. The transformations occurring among the Sahagin may be one. The blasphemy itself is the root of the problem. Thus far, those who have succumbed to the change have all been affiliated with the crushing tide. Continue to resist our diplomatic efforts. Were we to put a stop to the phenomenon, as well as address their grievances, we may yet have a chance at peace. To that end, I would propose a double-pronged approach. On one front, we shall work in tandem with our Sahagin allies to redouble our patrols. Should the blasphemy surface, we will share this knowledge and move immediately to dispatch the threat. At the same time, we will pursue a dialogue with the crushing tide. We need to bring them back to the negotiating table, then see what can be done to convince them to stand down. The key point will no doubt be the lingering issue of securing land for their spawning grounds. This is a discussion I intend to approach with an open mind. It will be no easy task, but if we succeed with the kobolds, I have faith that we will succeed with the Sahagin as well, so long as we parley in good faith. I can only hope the crushing tide shared its sentiment. You're wise to temper your expectations, but I would not abandon hope ere we try. At any rate, Paul has sent word that one Dao, priest who styles himself the leader of Crushing Tide, has grudgingly agreed to hear us out. We'll parley with him face to face at the Subsash spawning clouds, and would have you on my side. If you do not object, that is. Sure. Excellent. In that case, pray join me at South Tide Gate when you're ready. There we will go together. Okay. Can do. Because this... Well, all the people that were there are gone. All prepared, are you? Tao is not known for his patience. We must take care not to incur his ire. I was told he would be at the spawning grounds upon our arrival, but it appears he has been delayed. Let us speak with this Hagen here. Maybe one of them will be able to shed light on what may be keeping him. One more thing. I come here as a representative of Limsa Lumensa on a diplomatic mission. Should the docks deteriorate and things come to blows, I cannot be seen to blooding my hands. I trust that you understand. And with that, let us be off. Oh no, she's accompanying me. Be fine. Everything will be fine. There's a belligerent Sahagan right here. Stoic Sahagan over there. Shh, what is this? Since when are the filthy shorewalkers free to intrude upon our sacred spawning grounds? May forgive our intrusion. Oh, your voice is exactly the same. We seek an audience with Speaker Dao. Where might we find him? We'll do no such thing, Shorewalker. We have not forgotten what you did to Lord Leviathan. Begone. You won't get much out of this one. Let's try elsewhere. Like the Stoics are. Why do you trespass in our domain, fellow Shorewalkers? You mean you're no harm? Come only for a peaceful parley with your leader, Master Dao. Where might we find him? Shh. We desire no parley with the Shorebreakers. Would steal our home. But not for your insatiable selfishness. This Sahagan would grow and flourish. Your grievances are justified. That's why I would speak with Master Dao. Work toward a peaceful solution. Empty words from the thieving Shorewalker. So be it. Soon you shall learn the futility of your efforts. Speaker Dao is currently overseeing security at the spawning grounds. You will find them by the entrance. Don't mark my word. You will wish you hadn't. We shall see. I thank you for your aid. Here we go. There he is. So, what goes in our spawning grounds? What do I owe the displeasure? Speaker Dao, I presume. Apologies for entering to your home unannounced. I am Merle Blufs, Chief Admiral of Limsa Lumensa, and this is Lorelei Dracht. We come seeking parley, that we might strive for peace between our peoples. Parley, you say? Prolonging this conflict any further will lead only to needless suffering. menace both our peoples face is great indeed. If ever there was a time to set aside the differences and come together for the greater good, it is now. I invite you to join us at South Tidegate for formal negotiations. Shorewalkers and Sahagin going together. What assurance do I have that you will not slit our gills the moment we set foot in your territory? I can offer naught but my word. I'll open our gates to you and invite you into our home as a show of respect. I do not trust you, Shorewalker. But let it never be said that thou of the crushing tide was a coward. I accept your offer. Attempt any treachery or subterfuge, and your people will drown in their own blood. Very well, Master Dao. I look forward to a productive discussion. Let us return then. We shall send word to Noll as well. I would have our Sahagin allies join us at the parley. Know this, Shorewalker. Come not because your words sway, to show my dispawn brothers that thou of the crushing tide is no coward. Okay. I don't care about you, Carl. See, I don't even want to be doing this right now. I'm going to be doing Asphodelos. Bless. Thank you for joining us here, Master Dao. Seconds. Be brief. Aye, let us get straight to the heart of the matter. A common threat looms before us, one more powerful than any primal, with the potential to bring death without end to both Sahagin and Luminsin alike. These circumstances call for swift and united action. We doubt our intentions, but I remind you that we have liberated many of your kin from Leviathan's enthrallment. They and countless other Sahagin have joined us, of their own free will, that we may ensure the survival of both our peoples. Aye, by their deeds have the Luminsons proven themselves worthy of our trust. Master Dao, you and your crushing tide want to only secure a future for your people. I say to you this can only be done by confronting this threat together. Threats. Threats! This is threats you speak of. If it is unity you crave, then submit yourself to our command. Be as the serpent reavers. They are the only shorewalkers I deign to call friend. You would ask us to willingly surrender ourselves to your Lord of the Wall? I do. For that, and that alone, will ensure peace between us. Preposterous! We propose not alliance, but servitude. This way it lies nothing but death for all Sahagin. Do you hear this, my spawn brothers? The Shorewalkers have stolen this one's mind. He decries Lord Leviathan, and despises the lunacy of our sworn foes. These treacherous wretches have abandoned our god, and conspired to drive we faithful from our ancestral home. We cannot, we must not let this stand. For shame! Was taken by our spawn brothers. They side with the Flinders ones and blaspheme our Lord Leviathan. They will steal our spawning grounds and slaughter our children. A future. Our future. Guess you threat. Behold this blessing. Lord Leviathan grants us greater and greater strength. Dude, come on. You would call this a blessing? Such horrors! Flee for your lives! Bye. Please make for airport. I leave this place to you. Splendid, splendid. Let all the spawn brothers be blessed with his power. Oh, hello, Esma. Thank you for the follow. And welcome to the stream. We are trying to do Asphodelos. Instead, we are waiting for Asphodelos and doing other things. We're already waiting for almost 22 minutes for the second circle. And instead, we are going to kill this guy. Doesn't really matter that much though. Where did Dao go? Oh. This is the second time you saved my life, Shore Walker. My gratitude is as boundless as the sea. What of the Admiral? We must go to her aid. Okay. Of course we do. There they go. Melvip is funny. What a horrific sight. It was too late. I'm sorry. There's no need for apology. You're not responsible for my people's plight. But what I cannot fathom is Tao's response. How pleased he was to see his brothers become slavering beasts. The fool believes it a blessing from Leviathan himself. Any hope for a peaceable solution will be lost should Tao and his crushing tide manage to wield these transformations as a weapon against us. I shudder at the very thought. And yet the true threat, blasphemy, is still out there, yes? Just so. First ones to transform are those who have fallen to the deepest depths of despair. The more painful their anguish, the more fearsome and formidable they become in their bestial forms, and the greater their influence over others. We can scarcely hope to stand against a legion of such foes. Would that there was more my people could do to help. Well, we need to do a lot of dialogue again when we come back, I guess. Because we are going to do the second circle finally. I am hoping to do the first first 4 circles today. I was hoping to do more circles today, but given the wait times, that is definitely not going to happen. Also, I should say hey to my party. That's my party. That is a hippocampus. Okay. Oh, let's see how this goes. Oh look, this doesn't have proper directionals. That's handy. What's going on? Some form of badness. Come on. No, what's happening? Going over here, sure. We can go over here. Going here. Some people are going. Oh, jeez. It's going to be very, very black. Oh. I tried to follow someone. But someone also didn't really know where to go, apparently. Up here, supposed to find it. Ah, go away. Button, damn it. What's happening? What's going on? Ow. Where are we going? Come on, friend. Head out of this. Fine, I guess. What's going on? Oh, maybe. That's the GG's. One player. There you go. Well done. Yes. Try to get all the stuff. Enjoy stuff. Getting it. That was a trial by fire. Or water, I suppose. But I had faith we would see it through. So long as we had your stout arm, of course. I knew that you were no mere mercenary, but to make such clean work of the hippocampus, seasoned fighters scarcely have occasion to visit the Pandeamonium, let alone display their skills. After he takes all forms, indeed. Needless to say, our plan worked to perfection, in no small part thanks to you, too. Themis' power was more than enough to complete the interment. Spellcasting was never my strong suit. That almost made me feel like proper magus. Truly, having seen your abilities firsthand in your fight with Lorelei, to this degree. Shackles is the one exception. It is only because I've been forced to practice it since I was but a small child. Other magics have me feeling completely out of my depth. Regardless, it seems luck is on my side, to guide me to you, and to make me prove the impossible possible after all. Shall I take something else than critical hit for once? Let's have some direct. Fires of creation. Themis is pondering the road ahead. Our success in sealing away the hippocampus is certainly heartening. The fact that we have yet to see any other warders concerns me. The keyword of Asphodelos is nothing if not cautious. Doubtless he has gathered what warders he could and retreated to a safe area. Let us hope so. It occurs to me that I know little of the keywords besides their magical powers. Is there aught more you can share? Of course. A man named Hesperos is in charge of Asphodelos. Not only does he have thorough knowledge of the creatures here, but he takes great pains to be a mentor to each of the warders under his charge. He has done much to ensure that I have flourished here, in spite of my ineptitude at magic. I have always known him to be the sort of man who faces difficult decisions with unwavering composure. Furthermore, keywords are not only masters of interment, they can also bend the hallways of Pandaemonium to their will with creation motifs. With all this in mind, I am certain that so long as Hesperos guides them, the other warders are safe. I can see why absolute control over the environment is imperative. If we faced the hippocampus upon arid sands instead of the waterways, I suspect the battle would have ended much more quickly. In any case, if this Hesperos is as capable as caring as you say, we will do well to seek him out as soon as we can. It's like as not taking your colleagues to a secure location. The safest place would be the innermost circle of Asphodelos. From there they could flee to Abyssos if hard pressed. Even should they have sought safe haven within the other circles, we make for the fourth, or to encounter them on the way. Indeed, we shall gain a comprehensive understanding of the situation within Asphodelos, which will be essential in determining whether we ought to continue down to Abyssos. The rub, of course, is that I myself possess no power to bend the circles to my will. Instead, we must proceed through the central corridor, which was barred by the Phoenix last I checked. Phoenix? I have heard of the name before. A fiery bird with life eternal. Beyond unquenchable brilliance, the perfected concept boasts nigh boundless restorative powers, if I recall. Truly an exemplary feat of creation magics. Perfection is ever built on the back of failure, however. Brea suffered countless missteps during his experiments. And he was hardly the only one. This Phoenix will be but one of many attempts at the concept gone awry. Aye. Far from evoking wonder, our Phoenix is a creature of fury and wrath. It seeks only to turn the world to ash. Thus it was confined within Pandaemonium. Development of the concept continued elsewhere, but as the moons turned, more and more researchers abandoned the project as an impossibility. Save for La Brea and his words. When he received word that at long last La Brea had succeeded where so many others had failed, he was nearly overcome. Pray tell, how did the warders of Pandeamonium celebrate their master's accomplishment? I don't believe we did. Research of the words of La Brea has little consequence to our work here, save for those rare times it charges us with a new specimen. Truth be told, I don't remember anyone making note of the occasion. Sucks, man. But enough reminiscing. We must make ready to confront the Phoenix. While it's possible that it flew off to some other wing of Pandeamonium, we would make that assumption at our own peril. Better to assume that we'll need to bring Asphodelos' most unruly subject to heel. Certainly see no reason to delay. The Phoenix's power over flame will avail it far less in a barren corridor than elsewhere, so it may well serve us to subdue it sooner rather than later. Yeah. There it is. Oh, hello. Excuse me? What? Indeed. Oh, try again. What's going on? We're back at the gate again? It seems whoever is behind this can alter the space around us at will. We face an uphill battle. Possible. If this were creation magic that worked, then that means... Let us confront that reality after we have conquered the enemy in front of us. Every drop of our focus shall be required if we are to inter the Phoenix. And that's probably the third circle unlocked. Yeah. You know what, before I do the duty finder thing, let's see if there's a party finder party that I'm doing. Certainly not. Fair enough. Oh. Oh, less than 5 minutes sounds promising. That probably means it will take about 15 minutes or so, which is still less than second circle took. In the meanwhile, oh, this is also quite promising. But once again, this was also the case the last time. Stuff like that filled up pretty quickly. So in the meanwhile, back to the no-show we go. You speak of the mole dip. Those guys. Dang. Oh well. Not bad. Kind of annoying that I have to interrupt each story with other story. But I also don't feel like waiting around for like way too much time. Because honestly I went way too far. Because honestly I don't have enough to say instead of speaking for people to make the stream very interesting otherwise. Yeah, I already said that. You can click through some stuff. Yeah. I think this was where we were. We can scarcely hope to stand against such a legion of such foes. Was that there was more my people could do to help? I will have the Maelstrom patrol the seas for the blasphemy. We might slay it with all due haste. This may well amount to naught. If the blasphemy too was born from a Sahagan, it could be sheltering in the depths, beyond reach of our ships. In that case, we allow my spawn brothers and I to serve as your eyes beneath the sea. Thank you, Noel. Through efforts combined, we may yet weather this threat. As for your brothers, who gave their lives today for our cause, I shall see that they are returned home to be laid to rest as they deserve. You have my gratitude, Admiral. And with that, we shall return as well. There's much work to be done, and let's see it done quickly. I must take my fallen brother home. Yeah, sorry, dude. I suppose we're going to Maelstrom Command? Yes, yes. Hello. Up, castle. Ah, Lorelei, I was just sharing our findings. So you see, the danger is exactly as this Hagen described. Although and his ilk have no means of forcibly triggering the phenomenon at present, it is plain the intent to seek from now. Redouble our patrols offshore, and inform me at first sight of anything out of the ordinary. It shall be done, Admiral. I worry that we may be stretching ourselves too thin. Should the situation take a turn for the worse, I will recall our forces from Garlemald, but I would reserve that as a last resort. For now, I must get to work securing reinforcements. I ask that you remain close by. We may have need of your strength all too soon. Will do. So this must be the melee DPS full quest, right? Let's actually check. If I become well dancer. Yeah, okay, I can't take it. In that case. You happen to have stumbled into melee DPS. How fortunate. The Secretariat appears to have been waiting for you. The Admiral left a message for you. The news is not good. appears that the merchant ship was sailed by a Sahagan raiding party affiliated with the Crushing Tide. To further complicate matters, the vessel in question was carrying a shipment of crystals supplied to us by the kobolds of Agomoro. The Admiral suspected Dow means used the plundered crystals to summon Leviathan. She has gone to meet with Noel, that we and our Sahagan allies might take swift action. She bids you join her immediately. Should the worst come to the worst, your experiencing in combating primals may prove essential. Pray make for South Tidegate and rendezvous with Admiral Bluefisfin at once. Will do. Off we go once more. What's my gear doing? My gear is fine. It is good to see you safe, friend. Thank you for coming, Lorelei. The situation is grim. Crushing Tide plundered one of our trading ships and seized a goodly stash of Gomoro crystals. But the aim is clear. It appears they yet lack the quantity needed to perform this summoning. Thou longs for the days when every Sahagan cried out for Lord Leviathan's deliverance. It will stop at nothing to see them return. I cannot fathom what the Crushing Tide are thinking. Satisfaction, but happiness can be found in giving over their hearts and minds to a false god. And so we must thwart their designs, lest the bonds we have forged be forever broken. By the same token, we cannot ignore the blasphemy, nor the transformations its presence may bring about. Battle on two fronts, neither of which we can commit to at the expense of the other. As you sail into the eye of the storm, I would hear your counsel. What course of action would you propose? Sound like a job for the Company of Heroes. Why not? Company of Heroes? That's a name I've not heard in some time. It is true that they answer the call many a time. Indeed, other than you and yours, there are arguably none better suited to the task of primal slave. They disbanded over 5 years ago, and neither hide nor hair has been seen of their commander since. Aye, absent their leader, I suspect they will be reluctant to join our cause. And yet, I can think of no better option. I'll contact Viskit, their erstwhile commander's right-hand man, and see if he will not hear us out. I'll ask him to meet us at the Drowning Ranch. Let us hope he is receptive to our offer. Well, I'd trust you and your brothers to continue the search for the blasphemy in the meantime. Of course, Admiral. If we discover anything, we'll be the first to know. Nice. Why not? My strong brothers and I will keep our eyes on Crushing Tide in the meantime. I'll reach out to Viscat, the former first mate of the company, and see if he's willing to meet us at the Drowning Ranch. Nice. Back to Limsa we go. running range. Right, the running range. What's this? Just wait. My apologies for the delay. You are alone? And here I swore 5 years ago that I was done playing hero. Could someone explain what this is all about? Believe it or not, I am a respectable man with respectable obligations these days. Pfft, take that pole arm out of your ass, old friend. Stop pretending you're not still a murderous bastard at heart. Use that wicked tongue of yours, Ward. As I skewer it and prove you right. Nothing like a reunion with dear companions over a bottle of the French's finest vintage. That is why we're here, right? Shh. I'm no catch up, Landers. But it makes this tummy tickle to see we'll be friends again. Thank you for assembling on such short notice. Spare us the pleasantries, Admiral. Why are we here? We make a simple request. Form the company of heroes and lend them Solomenta your strength. You've a reason, I'm sure. I would hear it. So there you have it. A terrible fiend known as a blasphemy prowls our seas, transforming the Sahagin into ravening beasts. At the same time, the Sahagin themselves, specifically, hostile faction calling themselves the Crushing Tide, has declared their intention to summon Leviathan anew. Should they succeed, we would be hard-pressed to deal with Primal, while still dealing with the other threats. Quite pickle indeed. The answer is no. The commander disbanded the company, and as his first mate, it was not my place to gainsay his final order. Thought that, I say. We've forgotten our company's creed. The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. The people now in danger are not the same men and women we fought to defend years ago. Commander would not have turned his back on them, nor should we. Old worlds, Londonell. Do you truly believe that we can honor them as we are? Old mercenaries past their prime, lacking the commander whose wisdom and prowess saw them to glory once upon a time. Ah yes, your commander. If Lorelei here were to lead you in his stead, surely you would not question her abilities. Nice position for the sun there. An intriguing proposition. For one would not be averse to serving under such a decorated hero. Shh. Friends has goodly head for fighty think, goodly arms for thinky fight. As ringing an endorsement as any, but I would hear it from the woman herself. You believe you are capable of leading a company of heroes into battle? Better battle than a banquet. Still nursing that grudge, are we? I suppose we still owe you a dozen favors. If you're willing to lead, we'll follow. 5 years to the day. Truth be told, I was enjoying the more leisurely life. When duty calls. Wait, before we proceed, I must ask. Have we no way of reaching out to the command? Forgotten how he took his leave, have we? Him vanishing so we could each find our way, apart from him and the company. Bet we'll see him again, much as I wish we could. To the matter at hand, mission you will undertake. First, you are to aid us tracking down the blasphemy that roams the sea. Second, you must prevent the crushing tide from summoning Leviathan at all costs. Oh, is that all? I thought we might get our feet wet with a real challenge. In all seriousness, we should take care to decide who intends to what. Sounds like a job for an acting commander. Sure she'll give it all due consideration. Yes? Viscat may be skeptical, but I for one have little doubt you will prove a worthy commander for the company of heroes. Reflux happily gives a hand landing to Uplander. The others may gripe and groan, but not me. I'll be the first to admit that I missed the action. Please think twice before assigning me to the same group as Landon now. I don't know what's worse, his tendency to wave his lance in people's faces, all the shouting and blustering he engages in while doing so. Have you finished with all the logistical nonsense? I'm eager for a taste of the old violence. You know the flavor. So if I understand this correctly, we're to bring down this so-called blasphemy. Of course, to do that, you need to find the damn thing first. We've also got to prevent the crushing tide from summoning the god Leviathan, tall order in and of itself. As acting commander, it's your job to decide who will be doing what, based on the skill we each have to offer. I recommend that you start by having a chat with each of us. You might develop a sense of the strengths and weaknesses. Mostly strength, of course. Storied veterans under your command. Alright. My specialty, you ask? By impaling fiends with the last man, of course. Stronger for the better. None are a match for me. It would be folly to waste my talent on dealing with a slippery fishman. Set me against that so-called blasphemy and I'll have the thing on skewer. Before you can say Melville... Okay, apparently I can't even say it. Melville Bluefisfin. Well, that would make sense then, I guess? Wise choice. Send London after Sahagan and he's like to help them summon Leviathan to sate his blood loss. I will speak plain. I am not some battle-crazed barbarian like London. As noon of the... You? Who? A tribe of peerless hunters. I conduct my affairs with discipline and prudence. Such, I know better than any to rush headlong into battle is rarely the best course of action. Far wiser it is to observe from afar, proceed with caution. Well, I guess you'd do the other thing then? Very astute if I do say so myself. There are few better suited to the task of averting needless bloodshed than the famously circumspect Ward Noon. As you well know, my vision is somewhat lacking these days. I can still defend myself when necessary, but I'd rather it not come to that. The condition also leaves me rather unsuited to scouting and searching. It wasn't always the case, but such is life. On the other hand, I'd like to think I've gotten quite good at sounding out the intention of others during negotiations and the like. Yeah, you're preventing the primal summoning. With a keen sense of these things, I see. More so than reconnaissance or battle, Shamani has a knack for working behind the scenes to see the company's goal achieved. Yes, that was quite obvious. So I assume... Reflux master, remaker of Illuminati treasures, was much hand-lending with ingenuity. Foreseeing spyglass sees far into ocean deep. Backfires go boom and blast beasts into bitty pieces. Yes, yes. Pursuing and slaying the blasphemy. Logical choice, if I do say so myself. I don't even know accents anymore. Reflux's mastery of tools and armaments are sure to avail you in tracking and felling the beast. Seem everyone has their assignments, you don't. And I dare say the choices you've made are nigh impeccable. If I didn't know better, I think you've been leading us for years. With that, it's time we get to work. I've procured link pearls for one and all. We can keep each other apprised of our progress. We may pick them up from Maelstrom Command. We best be off then. Should we have need to regroup or reconsider a strategy call for us? I will return to command and share these developments here with the Secretariat and our Sahagan friends. Do join me if you can, Commander Lorelei. Well, I was very much wrong. What are you doing here? Oh, dang. I misclicked. Ah, Lorelei, the Admiral has apprised me of the situation in full. Furnish Lorelei with a link pearl, yes? Of course, Admiral. Thank you. It would seem the company is trying to reach us. Oh there, Commander. Just give the word and I'll come running. Lower your goddamn voice, will you? Watch your tongue, I'll track you down and rip yours out. You sound more like mortal enemies than old companions. That's where Lorelei comes in. I'm trusting you to whip them back into shape. Make them a force to be reckoned with. I'll have the Secretariat contact you if there are any developments. I would convey them to the entire company by link pearl, but we cannot afford anyone taking reckless action. In the meantime, I will reach out to Noel and see what he has gleaned about the crushing tide in their hideout. Let's hope for good tidings, Commander. Yes, yes. It's a pretty decent experience too. It's kind of unfortunate. Come on. Well, at least we're doing all of this, I guess. Secretariat has urgent news for you. Grave news, Lorelei. We've just received word that Colonel Key is under attack. It would seem the crushing tide has struck again. The Admiral asked that you deploy the company of heroes at once. Our man here will act as your signaler. Okay. Company of heroes is awaiting your orders. Colonel Key. Landlord, what noon should be close by? What are your instructions? Landon led a hot-headed warrior who lives for the thrill of battle, while Wood Noon is a calm and calculating hunter. Both can serve you well, but better if assigned to a task suited to their skills. I mean, yeah, see the residents of Colonel Key to the safety. Oh, wait, what? Oh, shit nuts. I have done fucked up. I thought I was going to select someone afterwards. Oh, Christ. No! Well, those people are going to die. Oh, it said... well, if I select this... Understood. The rest of us will head there at once. I'll tell the Admiral you and the company of heroes are on your way. Godspeed. Oh no. Things are going very poorly. And there's someone who needs a banner. Goodbye. I really needed to learn to read better. Well, this is looking vaguely positive, I guess. You kept us waiting long enough, Commander. Not that I'm complaining. More fishmen for me to skewer. Is that all? I was just getting warmed up. Good to know my colleagues haven't grown crusty in the years since we disbanded. No, that's you again. The reflux treasures go boom. Us fishymen to bitty bits. Why not? The tide has already ebbed, if you follow my meaning. Perhaps you're curious how your men carry out your orders. Oh. Then and I'll manage to see every lost man, woman and child to safety, albeit grumbling all the while about how he'd rather be skewering fishbacks. Wood Noon made full use of his talents in leading the rescue effort. Not a single man, woman or child suffers so much as a scratch. Well done, Hughes. By sending both men to the rescue effort, he left the key itself vulnerable to attack, and the damage was as severe as you might expect. I advise you to consider your orders more carefully in the future. Pardon my bluntness, but you have much to learn about being an effective leader. You best be a quick study, or the consequences will be dire. Sorry, I misread the words. Battle is over, I see. It is good to see the company of heroes can still live up to its name. I demand answers. Why did you target Colonel Key? I spit on your precious filthy shortwalker. I was hoping we might do this the easy way, but if you insist... So you would torture us. The shortwalkers are all the same. Savage brutes, the lot of you. Torture? Please, we are not so uncivilized as that, my slippery friend. Reflex's shiny treasure will have fishmen trading tongue flaps in no time. Allow me to explain. Shamani Lomani and Breflox are well practiced in the art of interrogation. Shamani has a sharp mind, as I'm sure you've noticed. Oh no. Actually, yay. We will finish this later. Come on, last DPS. Come on! And you've also probably been waiting for like 30 minutes or something. But it's here now. Accept your thing. Yay! mythic creation, a phoenix. Not actually going with it. Not bad. This why are we doing it? Okay. Ah, jeez. Oh, too late for that. Things? I don't understand what it is. was it. I didn't even die. It's going better every day. Nice. Some people see. Oh. That's Thanks. Stuff. Bye. With that, the Phoenix is shackled once more. However, there's yet the matter of this arena. As you've told us, there's but one person in Asphodalos with the ability and authority to wield such magics. Though unfortunately, it appears he has saved us the trouble of finding him. A contemptible display. This befits an inferior specimen. Even so, I expected it would at least delay your advance. Imagine my surprise when I saw the chains of interment drag the Phoenix back to its cage. Either the bird is even more of a failure than its creators had cared to admit, or you are no mean trespassers. Me, chill. I had hoped our suspicions were misplaced, but alas. Oh, it's not loud, but yeah, for some reason I thought it might be. Yeah, but Hesperus, why? Why have you brought such chaos to your beloved Pandaemonium? Pandaemonium, pitiless, impenetrable, and utterly steadfast, like those charged with its keeping. What has possessed you? I don't understand. Oh, Ictonians, did you pester me with these inane questions? Think for yourself. Surely you can muster a theory or two with that dim wit of yours? Then again, you have never been one for insight. Why Master Laubrea suffers your mediocrity, I shall never understand. You may look like him, but you're not the Hesperus I know. Something has warped you too, from the inside out. The keyword I knew had compassion for all those under his charge, whether they clad in robes or shackled in chains. Was this all a farce? Did you hide your contempt for us all these years? Those who are content to merely glimpse while the surface are doomed to be dragged into its depths. To prove my opinion of you, with every word, whatever. My mind is clearer than it has ever been. Even now, seeing your feebly grasp for answers make the bile rise in my throat. Such wasted potential, to be son of Master Laubrea, no more skilled with magic than a newborn babe. Son of Laubrea? But of course, it's always about Laubrea. Silence! You are not worthy to utter his name. Then he's son. For once, be grateful to witness a feat beyond your meager abilities, beyond your shallow reckoning. I have slipped the surly bonds of mortality. I have become one with our mythic creations, rid myself of imperfections. I stand upon the threshold of godhood. As a Hemitheos, I shall serve Master Helabrea, ever faithful, till the end of days. And he shall require no other. Think not. Are you so blinded by arrogance that you have lost sight of what it means we serve? Arctonius is more capable than you could ever know. It was thanks to his instructions that I was able to master the art of interment, both how to wield it and how to break free of it. Lorelei, let us quit this place. Whatever poison has corrupted Hesperos' mind, this power far eclipses our own. We must have time to gather our strength. Weaklings though they may be, it takes a singular aptitude to master interment so quickly, to say nothing of how swiftly that familiar laid low the Phoenix. Regardless, their noble aims will be their undoing. Where they fritter away their strength, calming the beasts of Asphodelos, continue my work. Even should they survive long enough to reach the heart of my domain, naught shall wait but them but doom. Doom! I eagerly await your arrival, Arctonius. Even dullards have their uses. Over here. There he is. Sorry, my guy. Please, leave me be. Okay. My darkest suspicions have been realized. We face the keyword of Asphodelos himself. Not in that revelation, however. Arctonius worries me. He loved Hesperos for his compassion, but received naught but scorn from whatever the keyword has become. He has said little since our return. I only hope that the shock of recent events doesn't prove to be a death knell for his resolve. Let's get determination. Why not? We need determination. Be filled with determination. Towards the walls. Themis would offer what comfort he can to Arctonius. Red ones and you can choose them. Much as I am loath to disturb Arctonius so soon after what has just occurred, I am afraid circumstances do not afford us the luxury of time. Perhaps it will do him well to speak about recent events, concerning both the keyword and his father. Creation of the wards which surrounds Pandaemonium was an astounding feat of magical prowess, a feat accomplished by none other than Helabrea. That both my father and I can bind others in chains is perhaps the only thing that we have in common. Ah, so it is true. I'm Laubrea's son. Bereft of his talent for magic or his brilliant mind, but his son nonetheless. Surely this doesn't come entirely as a surprise to you. Nay, I had an inkling when you said you had practiced ethereal shackles since childhood. Assuming you haven't been employed here quite that long, it had to indicate some long-held connection with Laubrea. It was Laubrea that taught me how to cast ethereal shackles. That was it. My further education was overseen by the words of Laubrea. More specifically, my mother was a researcher there. You did speak of Athena, chief keyword for Laubrea. She is your mother, yes? I was astute. I can see now why you were chosen to lead this investigation. You've the right of it. Athena was my mother. It was she who invited me to join her here. Laubrea had nothing to do with it. I see there is little love lost between you two. What I cannot see is why Laubrea was appointed chief keyword when another was already in place. Was in place. My mother is no longer with us. Laubrea was all too eager to assume her responsibilities. Nary a moment spared to mourn her. What do I owe him now, when he offered not one drop of compassion then? I see. She is no longer with us. An expression to convey the end of her life. I have known only the public phase of Laubrea. While he is lauded for his ability to maintain composure in the face of unnerving circumstances, I must admit that often he comes across as cold. Apologies. Can we speak of something else? This topic isn't an easy one for me to discuss. Of course, there are more pressing matters at hand after all. Namely, how to deal with Hesperos. You've yet to see the other warders. Judging by what we know, we can surmise that Hesperos has confined them somewhere beyond our grasp. And now that he is aware of our presence, we'll be preparing for our next encounter. We can expect to face him on equal footing. Quite the opposite, in fact. Every moment we spend chasing after the creations is another moment Hesperos can contrive another advantage for himself. The wisest course would be to find him first and foremost. He said that he's become one with the creations. Perhaps that means he is vulnerable to interment. In theory, that should be possible. However, is it enough merely to confine him? After all he has done? I need to know why. I need to know what drove him to forsake everything he's worked for. Was it all truly so that he could serve his master? In my mind, he's merely put Laubrea's own work at risk in trade for some nebulous power. Laubrea is the chief keyword of Pandaemonium. Would throwing it into disarray win his favor? Doesn't make any sense. I share your curiosity. We must consider that our enemy has us at a disadvantage in every sense. What do you think? Should we seek to put him in fetters? Would it be too dangerous to allow him quarter? I want answers too. Daring as ever, I see. I know not which trials you have faced in your past, but to see you so certain in all is all the convincing I need. Very well, let us try Erectonius' plan. Thank you, Lorelei. I believe I can shed some light on the nature of our foe. When Hesperos spoke with us, I noticed he bore the telltale fangs of the Rigulakas, a beast which feeds off the ether of its prey. Likely that is the creation Hesperos merged his essence with. You know all too well that he can change the environment around himself at will. The battle will not be an easy one, but I believe in our victory. Hells yeah, I do too. Let's do it! In probably 30 minutes or so. It's kinda sad that this content is already not popular anymore. Not being done anymore. Regularity. Even though it is the current content with air quotes. That's probably the last 4 raids are the current content. But Hesperus possessed such a lust for powers that he was resort to this. Clearly I misjudged him. I'd like nothing more than to strike him down myself. Seeing you wipe that arrogant grin off his face will taste just as sweet. He called himself a Hematheos. Claimed immortality. I know not how he discovered this dark art. His actions do not bespeak a sound mind. And let's see if we can do the dang 4th circle. And that will be the last thing we do today. While we do this, while we wait, we are going back to Candlekeep Key. How expensive was this? Skip a lot of stuff again. Sorry I misclicked. Maybe I should have let you deal with the Sahagin. Dang it. I'm sorry. Interrogation. Okay, I think this is where you were. Reflux, on the other hand, her methods can be unconventional, to say the least, but it's hard to argue with the results. Well, Commander, the choice is yours to make. Oh no, more choices! Why do you make me do this? But I like Reflux. Shamani Lumani is probably the better person? I don't know. To Shamani Lumani. But of course, Commander. Watch as I get him talking without so much as lifting a finger. They tell me you're kind of particularly fond of Philanosian oranges. Might I interest you in a glass of delightful orange wine brewed from our latest harvest? This is another glass, sure, Walker. I demand it, in return for the crimes you have committed against my spawn brothers. A mere glass, my friend. I'd be more than happy to offer you a full bottle and an entire cask, if you provided with the answers you seek.
We have a deal, Soulwalker. Because of this blissful beverage, I will tell you all my secrets.
Again, I ask, why did you target Candlekeep Key?
Thou himself gave the order. Said we must establish a foothold in preparation for assault on the city.
He means to attack Lim Salaminsa itself. With your numbers, that would be folly.
Speaker Thou commands power beyond the comprehension of your Shorewalkers.
You have dealt with a Leviathan before.
You misunderstand. Speaker Thou says it is a greater power still. The very first being blessed by a lord.
Blasphemy. Tell me where Tao is.
An island far to the south and east. There he performs the rite that will summon forth the divine one and deliver my brothers and I to glory.
Thank you for your cooperation. I suspect that Tao is hiding out somewhere in this Steel Delays. A deserted isle, most likely. Steel Delays? I don't know much about these so-called blasphemies. Can they truly be tamed so easily? We have no evidence they can, but we must operate under the assumption that Tao has found a way. I'll ready a ship. We set sail for the Steel Delays at once. Prepare yourselves. And meet me at the docks as soon as you are ready.
I'll have Shamani and Brayflock continue the interrogation in the meantime. Friends here might still be hiding something from us.
Don't you worry, Reflux and I have the situation under control. Good for you. Yep, that's definitely not going to be 8 minutes. Reflux, keep watchy eyes on this place. Where am I going? Vincent Ferry Docks. Enough? This is the enemy's stronghold. Never forget that you have the advantage. I don't know what blasphemy from a hole in the ground. All I know is that I'm ready to kill the bleeding thing. Let's see how this blasphemy likes my axe between his eyes. Everyone is here? Good. Make for the Steel Delays in search of Tao's hideout. Van Nol will be waiting for us there. The blasphemy too may be present. Be vigilant and keep your weapons at the ready. Well, Commander, do you have any words for your men in the eve of battle?
Duty of the strong is to protect the weak.
We meet again, Tao. Where's the blasphemy? Tell us, sir. Tell us now, so we may end this madness. Oh my.
Speak of the bloody devil. Over there's that beast I saw beneath the waves.
Source of our woes. Oh. Echo? Of all the times. Yes, I... Oh. Oh, no. Never mind.
Find the commander.
There we go. I'm sorry.
When you gave tidings, McFarlane, the Hashsawals poisoned the minds of my strong brothers, the full sword and full magics. Our poor beguiled brethren denounce Lord Leviathan, name him a false god. They treat with Limsa and Minsa, and some even call for an alliance. We must summon him, that the lost might receive of his blessing anew. This I would gladly do had our stock of crystal not run dry. Spawning time is nearly upon us. Let you fight and bicker amongst yourselves. How am I to burst a new brood while my children stand divided? Who dares enter this sacred chamber? My intrusion, Queen Mother. I speak for the Sahagan who seek an accord with the shore walkers. A new age is upon us. We needn't turn to false gods, or foment bitterness and bloodshed in our precious spawning grounds. Shore walkers have changed. They endeavor to understand us, to share these lands with us, that they may have peace, and we are spawning ground. Could this be true? Lies, lies. Do not be deceived by that one's delusions, my queen. He is a heathen, birthed straight from Lord Leviathan's light. The shore walkers are oath-breakers, and once forevermore. As they extend one hand of friendship, they clutch a dagger in the other. You're beasts in their eyes, deserving of naught but slaughter. Oh, for a blessed moment I thought the faintest touch of hope. But you are right now. They are demons, and we are damned. Oh, for woe! The poor children have lost their faith. Their minds poisoned by lies. They turn away from the Lord of the Wall, cast their lot with the enemy. 'Tis so, my queen, 'tis so. We will have no choice but to abandon our sacred spawning grounds and sink through the ocean's floor to rot and decay. Now, dearest of my children, till then that we have no future. When I bring new life into this world, and then my brood will have their hearts stolen and abandon me or no, that I cannot. What's happening? Please, my queen, must calm yourself. Such power, such beauty, breathing from Lord Leviathan himself. So this is wrestling, eh? I can see what all the fuss was about.
A few wits about you. Good. If you can fight, now's the time. Alright.
Right now, my queen. The Sword Walkers and their honorless leader to a death.
What's happening?
happening? I can't feel my legs. Why, mother? Are we not your children too?
Damn it! I cannot weather another blow like the last. I still don't know what in seven hells just happened. I'll be damned if I'm going down without a fight. Steady. The beast is feeding on our ether. Will not survive with head-on fight. No. Ward. Remember the company's strategy when faced with overwhelming odds. Retreat! Retreat! Let's get ourselves the bloody hells out of here. Oh. Nice timing. Thank you very much. And so we go for Asphodelis the fourth circle. Final thing we do today. If the last DPS wants to go. No. No. Please. Why is this party empty now? Why? This is the worst. Well, I guess we don't do the fourth circle.
There's other beasts we face us. So once my strong brothers. Cannot weather thought.
I'm sorry to say.
So that was the blasphemy. Intriguing creature. For the first time in many summers, we find ourselves a worthy foe.
Face to face with the damn beast, and I could barely lift my spear. Next time, mark my words, that fish is going to pay. No path to victory can be found. Flee and fight another day. Might not be the kind of approach that make a bard sing your praises. It's kept us alive, and that's enough. Stupid DPS. Damn it all! You'd have better luck holding back the tide. How goes it, friends? That's what I would normally ask, but judging from the muttered cursing, I gather it did not go all that well. Barely escaped with our lives. I think the damned beast had the power to stop us in the tracks, literally. Do we know of the creature's origins? Was it once as a Hagen as you suspected? May have the echo afford the Lorelei some insight. Yeah, it was the Queen.
Our villainy knows no bounds, sowing seeds of despair in a queen's mother's heart, that she might transform into that monstrosity.
If she was the first to turn, then there was nothing deliberate about it. Still, it's clear that his words served as a catalyst. If we kill the blasphemy, it will be tantamount to killing this Hagen's queen. That's not going to endear us to them one bit.
I cannot turn my spear against the mother of blasphemy. It will not take a life.
Out of curiosity, did anyone see who fired that shot? Were it not for them, we'd all be dead. I know not, but we must formulate a plan, and quickly. My scouts tell me that the blasphemy has left the island, and now roams the open sea. I will order them to continue the search. In the meantime, we must find a means to overcome the beast's formidable offense. Leave that to us. Time and again, we've used our wits and experience to triumph over the longest odds. To defeat our enemy, your enemy, first you must more know your enemy. I don't know what your voice is doing. Tell me, Commander, what do you reckon was the most valuable knowledge we gleaned from our initial encounter? Both is very useful. But probably that the blasphemy has the power to absorb ether? I concur. Now that we know how the beast disables its foes, we can use this knowledge to devise a proper defense against it. That is not all we have learned. While the blasphemy can maneuver through the water, it also frequents caves and the likes. The best chance of defeating it would be in such a place. Our only chance, I dare say. We'll send scouts to identify any and all large caverns and coastal areas that could serve as shelter for a massive creature. To ensure the safety of our people, to have any hope for peace with the Sahagin. This is a battle that we must win. All your strength and wisdom will be needed in the days to come. Dismissed. Okay, bye. I need to get tired. Come, let us share our findings with the Maelstrom. Yes. Why am I so tired? Maybe not this tired, this early. I feel I could just go to bed. Still want to finish the fourth circle there, so that is what I will do. Even the same company of heroes could not bring it down. So-called blasphemy must be a formidable beast indeed. The Admiral told me of your encounter with the blasphemy. The result may not have been ideal, but I am heartened to see you return safely. Now that we have seen that what the blasphemy is capable of ourselves, it is more plain to me than ever that it must be slain. Reach out to all trade ships entering and departing Limsa. Inform them that any sightings of the blasphemy are to be reported to Maelstrom Command at once. Understood. Given the beast's capabilities, how do you intend to overcome it? I trust that the company of heroes in Lorelei, experienced primal slayers all, will find a way. Yet I would leave no resource untapped. There's one more whose expertise I will call upon, if you would agree. Even Viscat is at a loss as to his former commander's whereabouts. But maybe Ainzar could offer some guidance? I doubt you are still fatigued from the battle with the blasphemy. Lay rest while you are able. When we are ready to take further action, you will hear from me. Till then, take care. Okay, let's continue. Cooking called chowder. Chowder! What does this give me? Determination, vitality, and critical hit. Which does totally make sense that it's DPS stuff because This is the melee DPS quest. Doi. The Secretary's resigned expression speaks volumes. Ah, Lorelei. I wish I had better news for you, but the blasphemy continues to elude us. Can you hear me, Commander? This is Vescat. I have an idea how we might take down the blasphemy. Meet me in Costa del Sol as soon as you're able. Well, that sounds promising. I'll tell the Admiral you'll be away for a bit. Godspeed and stay safe out there. Thank you. Costa del Sol we go. Apologize for having you come all this way, Lorelei. Christ. Ever since your encounter with the blasphemy, I've been racking my brain to find a way of dealing with this debilitating attack. Sadly, I've come up empty-handed. My companions fare no better. That's when I started thinking. But only our finest are still with us. He always had a knack for noticing what the rest of us missed. His eyes were so sharp, he'd spot a foe's weakness with a single glance. Thanks to him, we were able to slay both Leviathan and Titan, and live to tell the tale. Rob he's a bit eccentric. Yes, I know you could say that about all the company members. Unlike us, he prefers to work from the shadows. Truth be told, I've not seen him since the day we disbanded. Doubt he'd help his old comrades even if he asked. But an order from the company's acting commander would be a different story. Not here, dear. Got a way of reaching him. Whistle at the forked road and sooner or later he'd show himself. Doesn't matter when, winter or summer, cold sunlight or the dead of night. He'll always be watching from afar. With any luck, he still is now. But I've rambled on enough. Go on now. It's maybe our best and only hope. Let's go, Whistle. Here I was enjoying my retirement. Why'd you have to go and bloody whistle? Call me Lawrence. I'm the company's resident sharpshooters. At least that was in my day. No need to tell me who you are. I've been watching you for quite some time. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm just curious how my former mates are faring. Not as curious as folks were about me, though. First Biscuit, then old Miss Beard himself. Huh. If those codgers could ever catch me. And now Eosia's storied arrow summons me forth. No need to say why. You're going to ask me to help you take down the blasphemy. Yeah. I'm not asking you, I'm ordering you. Because that's what Vesket told me to do. You drive a hard bargain. I like that. I don't mind to refuse an order from the company's acting commander. So tell me, acting commander, what specific duty would you task me with? I trust you do have a plan. So you need a way to neutralize the beast's most potent attack. I can until you're like getting up and close and personal with your foes, you'll be needing support from a distance. Who do you suppose might be best suited to that role? I mean, you? I guess? Damn right. My eyes are among the keenest in the realm, as you've doubtless heard from Miscat. Pure marksmanship, not in Limsa. Limsa are the Admiral's equal. Yet Mulvib is ill suited for a subordinate role. Not for lack of skill, of course, but rather, think of it, something you should know. Follow me. Where am I going? Far enough that flying is What? Quite the view, wouldn't you say? Not really, it's very misty. I often come here to admire the sea. If you would, indulge me for a moment and I'll spin you a yarn. Just try not to doze off. You're not Nashu. Back in Piracy's golden age, the legal lost bastards ruled the town. I was one of them, as was Melvip. They were led by none other than an old man, Bluffisfin, the most feared captain of the ice seas. Feared by his enemies, that is. Then unforgiven though he was, he took me under his wing and showed me the ropes. Aye, he was like a father to me, to us all, till that fateful day. It was in the year 1562 of the successful era. The Minson merchantmen were struggling with nigh constant raids by the Sahagin. Around this time, Bluffis had yielded the day-to-day leadership of the bosses to Melvip, his pride and joy. She was still growing into the role, though. Everyone knew the old captain was still calling the shots. Old Bluffis had no noble streak, he did. Orders us to defend the traders from the fishbacks. Melvip led the efforts, and we fought day after day to keep the seas safe. Fighting was fierce, but we always came out of it in one piece. Until we didn't. Till, after a skirmish, a Sahagin survivor with his last breath summoned forth the Lord of the World. The great beast toppled our mast and cracked the keel like an egg. It clambered aboard the merchantman as our own ship sank. Not to do but to wait for the end. But then comes Bluffis and his bleeding flotilla out of nowhere to pull us out of the fire. And he did. The legal lost bastards would never be the same again. Even though we'd escaped with our lives, soon discovered that Captain Bluffis, iron-willed, unwavering leader, fallen under Leviathan's thrall. Aww. Of course, in those days, we didn't know much about drowning and tempering. We didn't know what to make of our captain as he grew more haggard by the day, as well as devolving into crazed rambling. Then one day he vanishes, taken off with half of the men. Not long after, a band of pirates calling themselves the Serpent Reavers began taking prizes in the Indigo Deep alongside the Sahagin. At the helm was none other than Captain Bluffis, who cast his lot with the fishbacks. Melvip knew what had to be done, and to her credit she didn't shirk from the deed. She acted quickly, sneaking off under the cover of night with the skeleton crew without so much as telling me. Of course, that didn't stop me from stowing myself in the cargo hold and joining her on the voyage. She was none too happy to see me at first, wanted to leave me out of it, she said. But seeing as I made myself known when she was struggling to fend off a horde of reavers and fishbacks, it wasn't hard to win her over. Twin muskets fell in one after the next, as my sharpshooting kept us safe from far. We got a path to the center of the isle. It was there we found Bluffis, rather the miserable wretch he'd been reduced to. All bones, his skin shriveled to a tangled mat of white hair, eyes bulging from his head like a fish as he prayed to the Lord of the Wall. Mother challenged him to a duel. The dim memory must have flickered in his drowned mind, for he accepted. And so, with only me there to witness it, Melvip ended her father's life. The legal lost bastards would have lived up to his name if it wasn't for Melvip. He assumed full command and restored us to former glory. Not long after, she triumphed. Hey, how do I? Oh, Jesus Christ! I need to skip the cutscene. I'm sorry. No, this sucks. I swear to God. This last DPS. This bastard doesn't accept a damn thing. Thank you. I hate skipping cutscenes. Why is she such an important? One mark in after Delos. What is happening? Where are we going? I don't understand what's going on. Fast enough to get to the center. Apologize. Thank you. Where are we going? Thank you. Oh jeez. Pandaemonium as Fidelo's Yay. Someone, you I guess. That means you, yay. And the rest is all this kind of stuff. I suppose I'm okay with not getting the suitcase. Looks like you just have to wait. Goodbye. Enjoy your 2 things that you probably want. I don't know what that means yet anyway. Now, Themis, we end this here. You will not be put in chains. Think that I would fall for one such as you. Perhaps I should have treated you as more than a mere nuisance. Despite your victory, you shall never have the knowledge you seek. Secrets of my transformation, secrets of my deception. They shall return to the star with me. You are wasting your breath, Hesperos. You have the upper hand now, surely you can see that. Yes. My repertoire is not exhausted yet, however. Although I have failed, my end shall be on my terms. I remain loyal to my very last. Come what may, I die with dignity. How did your ambition lead you so astray, Hesperos? Not better than that. The star shone more brightly than any other in Pandaemonium. But La Brea's respect, his trust. What did you seek? That you would forsake all that and sully your legacy besides. He became so blinded by his own desires that he lost sight of his duty. In the end, he lost everything, and his plans lie in tatters. I fail to see any dignity in that. Even so, I would have liked to know why he chose this path. Hesperos's infatuation with her father was his undoing. Perhaps he was jealous that fate had chosen you, and not him to be La Brea's son. So terrible did his jealousy become that he sought forbidden power. Why random German words? Power that La Brea would be unable to ignore. How does a pursuit for respect warp one's heart so? How does infatuation with one person turn into contempt for everyone else? Never heard of such a thing. I mean, both is true, but it happens, but it doesn't mean it's right. I see. I mean, I cannot but find this vexing. But perhaps that signified naught but my own capacity for bitterness. I do understand what it is to have a beacon to follow in dark times, a person you trust to guide you through. How it is to desperately wish their light would fall upon you again. But we have spent enough time assuming the intentions of the departed. There are the living to consider. We must find the other warders and round up the remaining creations forthwith. That, at least, we can be certain. I believe I can be of help in that matter. The influence of Hesperus' magic is fading throughout Asphodelos. Now is the perfect opportunity to seize control of the facilities and restore things to their original state. Seize control? Can you really do that? What is this presence? Rectonios, lies beyond the threshold. That's the passage which connects Asphodelos to Abyssos. Why? Be on your guard, you two. Now that Asphodelos is free of obstructions, I can more easily sense disturbances in the lower levels. Something stirs in Abyssos. Morning, Sigil. How? Let us return to the gates for now. I should like to appraise the situation from there. Needless to say, our investigation is far from over. Just when I thought of work to be done, the strategy to unfold all throughout Pandaemonium. It seems so. Although we have defeated Hesperos, it appears we have but scratched the surface of Pandaemonium's troubles. My head is still swimming with questions. Could this mean that Hesperos wasn't actually behind this? It is a stark possibility, yes. The root of this crisis may lie somewhere much deeper than even Abyssos. When we first encountered you, you said the memories of your escape were vague and that your senses were muddled. I believe this was more than the result of a panicked mind. You were made to feel this way by a powerful magical influence. It is possible that the same magic could have poisoned Hesperus' heart, twisting his affection for La Brea into a burning obsession. Then, in his altered state, he was made an offer of power he could not refuse. Wait, are you suggesting that someone else turned Hesperus into that thing? If so, it stands to reason that they wouldn't stop at him. Indeed, our mysterious mastermind does not lack for subject for his experiments, for more potential hemitheoi. What you're saying is true, that my colleagues, they're doomed to share the same fate as Hesperos. Do not lose heart yet, Erictonios. Hesperos challenged us alone, and that tells me that the process of the creation was a long and taxing one. He was the first hemitheos. Then the rest of the waters shall likely still alive. However, so much as I would like to hasten deeper into Pandeamonium, the way forward is sealed off. We must focus our efforts on finding a way through. With the creation still having free reign of Asphodelos, that won't be easy. On the contrary, we yet retain control of these circles, and thus we can wield internment magic within their halls at will. Creatures will pose no threat to us. Just like that, then nothing stopping us from returning order to Asphodelos. Just so. I shall require your expertise to keep the peace if the subjects have been returned to their confinement, however. You're Asphodelos' sole remaining warder, after all. Truth be told, I did not expect this investigation to become so involved. Of course, I would like to resolve matters here without resorting to outside help, but... You mean to send a report to La Habrea? It is too soon to say. Let us first find a way into Abyssos. It would be best to withhold our judgment until we have ascertained the whereabouts of the other warders and the identity of the party responsible for their disappearance. Agreed. Even so, if it means saving even a single life within Pandaemonium, then I'm not above asking La Habrea for help. Should it come to that. These discoveries suddenly paint Hesperus' action in a new light. The number of unknown elements in this investigation grows. We must proceed forward with the utmost caution. To that end, Ericthonios and I shall remain here for the time being. Much as I enjoy your company, I do not believe we shall be needing protection so long as we remain as Asphodelos. Interesting choice of song. What are they playing this? This is like a resting song. It plays in moments of calm. I wouldn't really call... I mean, it is calm for the moment, but wouldn't really call this place calm. Okay. We are talking about rest, so I guess it's appropriate enough. Anyway, you should take this time to rest. Surely you are away, and there may be more battles ahead of us. Themys's burden may grow heavier in your absence. It is shown that he's more than capable of bearing. Still, it would help whosoever I'm able. All we've achieved so far has been thanks to you two. And I mean to repay the debt I owe. I don't know what use I can be outside of placating the creature, but I'll find a way. Nonsense, you owe us nothing. It's thanks to your knowledge of the magics which govern this place that we were able to come this far. Elsewise, we would have likely succumbed to the hippocampus's assault. Each of us has arrived at this dire pass by separate paths, but it's only by combining our respective expertise that we will reach the end of it and see Pandeamonium saved. Thank you, Themis. Hesperus' words seem to have affected me more than I realized. Together we've come this far. Together we'll reach the end. I have no doubt we will. And so, let us allow Lorelei her rest. Besides, you have someone waiting to report on your progress, yes? I dare say your story will be much more than they ever imagined. Guardian of Gloria. Is he the person that first gave us this quest? Maybe. Fred would be very curious to hear what has occurred here. However, I fear that if I left Pandaemonium, what's protecting it would be quickly deteriorate. Hope she does not mind assuming some of my duty in the meantime. Ah, so you don't serve the convocation. I suppose I needn't worry about you going behind our backs to curry favor with the La Habrea. Indeed. Not only am I getting wet feet now, I'm getting wet everything. Except I can use an umbrella against the rain. My feet remain wet because of this design. I keep complaining about it. I forever will. These people. Oh yeah, these people. They found this crystal that had the emergency thing. That was how we got this quest. I remember now. Cool. Welcome, Lorelei. Back from the past none the worse for where I see. So what did you find? So much. So there's evil afoot in Pandaemonium. Already ominous place, I must say. I think these are missing waters. Truly we are fortunate to see you return to us in one piece. It appears the voice Lorelei heard from the crystal spoke the truth. So who left her behind and why? There's still yet questions to be answered. Indeed. It could be someone who lived among the ancients. It could be someone trying to avert a tragedy from the future. Much remains shrouded in mystery. Yet, ilm by ilm, we shall unveil that mystery. With the help of Lorelei, of course. By her actions was the fabric of the past reshaped, and she returns to the same present she left. Which can mean only one thing. That our intervention in Pandeemonium's crisis is but one of the countless building blocks of history upon which our present has been built. Fixed loop. There's no telling what consequences would arise if we stop pursuing this matter now. Whatever plot is unraveling within Pandeemonium, we must not let it reach its conclusion. One of these creatures should escape, what ripples would carry forth to the future? They might wreak havoc upon the world of the ancients, and their despair would leave an indelible mark upon history's pages. Their despair would only feed the terrible beast that rose during the final days. The first final days already had a drastic effect on the eons that followed. If the scars that it left were made even deeper, we risk losing our present entirely. Whatever the cost, our connection with the future of Elpis must be preserved. I know I have asked much of you already, but can I count on you to continue your work in Pandeemonium? Yeah. Tireless efforts are much appreciated. If there's aught we can do to ease your burdens, you need only say the word. Speaking of which, aren't you returned the crystal to our keeping? While we cannot accompany you to the past, if something can be gained by researching it further. It changed us as splendidly as the day we met. We shall begin work right away, but I cannot promise any meaningful results for some time. As matters in Elpis seem to be in a similar state, I must ask that you rest. But before that, allow me to make an introduction. As our research moves into its critical stage, I found it only suitable to recruit another assistant. Melanie is an expert in armaments from throughout history, be they from the far-flung past or made in the most modern forges. Should you find aught of interest in your adventures, bring it here and she will be glad to offer her services. We know researchers in numerous fields that would love to get their hands on artifacts from bygone eras. I would give you goods in return that should aid you in trials ahead. Furthermore, if you ever wish to peruse the records of events you have reported here, Gigi has been taking faithful and thorough notes. She is at your complete disposal. I sense that we have embarked upon something monumental, something that will dwarf all else I have accomplished in many years of research. I can think of no greater honor, nor reassurance that to have your capable assistance in this endeavor. If there's anything to be found that will contribute to your success, we shall find it. We shall not rest until we have unlocked the mystery of this crystal. You will be the first to know when we do. quick arm, I guess. Okay, let's think. Do we already accept the new quest now? Or do we leave it until next time? Oh. Oh. There are 2 quests. Maybe this unlocks Savage? That's possible. Lorelei, allow me to thank you personally for your contribution to our research. The stories of the ancient creations have planted the seeds of many theories. I cannot wait for them to flourish. Professor Claudienne has asked me to write detailed records of your investigation. If you wouldn't mind staying for a while, I would ask you to tell me more of your adventures in the past. Adventures that started with a mysterious crystal seemingly containing a message declaring a crisis in this Pandaemonium. Of course, Professor Claudienne will eventually make a report. We are deficient on concrete facts at present. To that end, I suppose a comprehensive catalogue of the beasts you've encountered in the Asphodello circles would be a fine starting point. Yes, I require every gory detail, hair-raising description. I'm Gigi. I've bought the volumes you asked for. But are you quite certain we need all this to just to research the crystals? Some of these, habitats of aquatic life forms and myths and folklore of the phoenix, for example, seem to have little bearing on the subject. In fact, many of these tomes seem to be related to the creature Pandeamonium Lorelei spoke of. Surely we have better things to do with our time? Lorelei has already encountered and subdued them, so what news could further insight offer? On the contrary, Rosino, we would be remiss in our duties as academics not to take every opportunity to learn more of these subjects. To view the creatures of bygone times through the lens of modern science is a dream so few have the chance to achieve. Of course, I'll not deny your personal interest in the matter. As I thought, while there were enough relevant volumes for me to fully request this once, if you wish to sate your appetite for knowledge again, I should do so in your own time. Shall we proceed? Tell me everything you remember. Please, spare not a single detail. I don't easily frighten you, may be assured. You might start with your battle with this transformed warder. Tectonios, was it? I'd also like to hear of the keyword and the nature of his metamorphosis. Good. Thank you for this priceless information. I'm disappointed I couldn't behold your foes with my own eyes. The stories have given me more than enough to write sufficiently thorough descriptions. Perhaps we should also include basic theories concerning the growth and behavior of these creatures. Give a little catalogues on flavor, wouldn't you agree? Let's start with... I have it. Aquatic life forms in our time have been observed to grow to sizes that are orders of magnitude larger than larval forms. In fact, it may not be so preposterous to posit that the hippocampus you encountered was merely the larval form of a much more massive, and dare I say, horrific entity. Now, don't look at me like I'm some mad magus. First, have been precipitated by even wilder theories than that. As the professor always says, doesn't let logic stand in the way of brilliance? One way or the other, the hypothesis is a valid one. Quite like the ambrosia of inspiration. Your ideas are intriguing to me. Yes. As long as I make a note in the margins of my records indicating that a theory is unproven, your little imaginations run wild. Yes, I said our. You needn't be a researcher to have an idea that would leave its mark for generations. Yeah, I figured. I'm just gonna unlock it. Oh jeez. That looks unpleasant. Lorelei, I've made a breakthrough. Uncountable days and nights. I've finally hearkened to the crystal's whispers, and I must say, Professor Claudian, where are your manners? I don't understand all too well your enthusiasm. I must remind you that even the most academically inclined prefer a composed recounting of events. Yes, of course. My apologies, Lorelei. Being consumed by my research for so long, I am afraid I have quite forgotten how to engage in civilized conversation. In that case, perhaps we should start from the beginning. The crystal set adrift upon the ethereal tides, containing the memories of a party yet unknown. They cried out for deliverance from Pandaemonium. The ancients kept volatile creations on lock and key. You yourself witnessed the power of devouring the facility from within. The advent of a divine monstrosity wrought of mythic beasts and a powerful mage. Fortunately, martial prowess and the combined magical talents of your companions Themis and Erechthonios sufficient to restore order to the circle of Asphodelos, but the greater threat remains. The depths of Pandeamonium a presence yet stirs. Its intentions and identity shrouded in mystery. That is the issue at hand, is it not? Since you returned to us, we worked tirelessly to discern the nature of the crystal. In the process, we detected an anomalous etheric signature, which I believe arose from the memory stored within. Analysis of the pattern suggested a feeling of loss or yearning, specifically the yearning to be made whole. Indeed, ambient readings have revealed a faint but identical signature. This can only mean that another such crystal exists in our time. So, my friend, I must depart to search for it forthwith. By tracing the matching etheric signatures to its source, I believe it will be a simple matter to find a crystal's twin. Professor, this expedition be carried out only by us, while Lorelei graces with her protection. I'm afraid she has more pressing matters to attend to, my dear Rosino. Namely, to seek out the secrets which lie nestled within Pandeamonium, where this all began. From all that we have heard, it appears that time traversal from the Crystal Tower is not fluid. That is to say, one can but travel in predetermined intervals. It would be prudent to check in on occasion, in case there are any unanticipated changes. For you, my loyal citizens, I would ask you to remain here and continue cataloguing the ancient creations. Can't mean, do you intend to search for the crystal on your own? Yes, it would be the most efficient use of resources, would it not? In fact, I have already commissioned a ship and pilot for that very purpose. Trust you not you to take good care of the laboratory in my absence. I apologize for that somewhat abrupt departure, and progress is inside Professor Claudian tends to become blind to all else. Indeed, and he has been worse than usual. While I cannot fault him for his excitement, I do wish he would spare a thought for those around him. For reasons unknown, the crystal seems loath to be overheard. Much as it spoke only to you last time, none but the Professor has been able to capture its ethereal yearning, which has served only to convince him that he can solve this puzzle on his own. Surely after some time alone he'll come to remember how valuable we are. The search for this crystal seemed to be a simple enough matter. Let him have his adventure. Upon his return I'm certain he'll be back to his usual self. As for you, Lorelei, it may be best to return to Pandeamonium, as Professor Claudian suggested. Speaking of which, I did have a request of my own to make. Traveling to Pandeamonium requires you to pass through Elpis, correct? There's something I would have you investigate in my stead. Those creations confined within Pandeamonium are considered to be failures. I doubt that's their whole story. In exceptional cases, they must have been under observation in Elpis before being consigned to their shackles. And if we know anything about the ancients, it's that they would have kept thorough records of the results. Ah, brilliant. Delving into these records may shed light on creatures Lorelei has yet to encounter. If your proves correct, that is. While there are no guarantees, it certainly beats the current strategy of rushing forward blindly with only our strength to carry today. For your own sake as well as ours, please unearth what information you can. Best accepted. That is the last thing we will accept. Except we will have a quick look at... Oh gee. Okay, it's definitely these things, but... Let's have a quick look. Wait, I have stuff, don't I? Except this is also absolutely useless to me. What do I have? I have stuff. Oh wait, this is how many I... Okay, no, that's fine. Except this is all item level 580, which is way worse than what I have. So what's this about? How do I get these? I have no idea. Maybe through the Savage? But again, this is really only 600. So it's definitely worse than the Dragoon stuff I'm using now. Might be okay for, like, other classes. Like, let's see how Sage is doing. Oh. Definitely worse. This is all 560, so it's definitely better than that. And this is even worse, except for one thing that's 620. So I guess it would be okay to up my Sage this way. I think Dancer maybe as well. I think Dancer also left a lot of stuff. Where? Let's change this. There. Proper Dancer gear. Anyway, but yeah, there's also the 560 stuff. Maybe 530 stuff, like previous Tombstone things. So this might be okay to level some of that stuff up. But I don't think I'm going to grind Asphodelos for those, because, oof. Asphodelos is not very grindable anymore. Anyway, before we do Abyssos, I'm going to end this stream. And we will probably... I'm not even sure we're going to do Abyssos the next time. It might be something else. Might do a Glaya. I might just do 6.3 patch content. Who knows? But for now though, this is the end of the stream. I've been Fae'ret, this has been Lorelei Dracht. And I bid you all a good night. Or whatever time it is for you. Goodbye everyone.